estimate the economic impact of replacing expensive drugs with cheaper alternatives. By the end of this talk, you will be familiar with this category of drugs and understand how important it is to evaluate biologics and biosimilars cost for optimal management of financial resources. So first of all, I'd like to give you an overview of the drugs that are included in the study, which are the biosimilars and biologics. Adalimumab. Adalimumab is a biological medicine. Adalimumab is used to treat various autoimmune conditions such as rheumatoid arthritis, ankylosing spondylitis, psoriasis, psoriatic arthritis, Crohn disease, and ulcerative colitis. In rheumatoid arthritis and some other autoimmune conditions, too much of a protein called TNF is produced in the body. This causes inflammation, pain, and damage the joints. These drugs, anti-TNF, such as adalimumab, block TNF and so reduce this inflammation. Adalimumab was approved by the USA Food and Drug Administration in 2002, quickly becoming the highest selling biologic in the global pharmaceutical market by 2018. And what about the biosimilars of adalimumab? Biosimilars, sometimes referred to as a follow-on biologic, is a therapeutic drug that is highly similar but not structurally identical to a brand name biologic, also referred to as the innovator or reference product. Biologics are significant drivers of globally escalating healthcare costs. Biosimilars have the potential to offer cost savings with comparable efficacy and safety to innovator products. Biosimilars of adalimumab have the potential to reduce cost for the healthcare system. So the aim of this study is to develop a drug budget impact analysis to assess the potential financial impact of the availability of the biosimilar adalimumab-aacf in terms of cost savings due to its lower price compared to adalimumab-adaz. But let's talk about so let's focus about the analysis that it's used for the comparison of adalimumab biosimilars. This is budget impact analysis, is one technique used as a form of economic evaluation. BIA addresses the expected changes in the expenditure of a healthcare system after the adoption of a new intervention. A BIA can also be used for budget or research planning. It can be freestanding or part of a comprehensive economic assessment along with a cost-effectiveness analysis. So while some other methods of economic evaluation consider the efficiency, BIA consider the affordability. To assess the affordability of health technologies such as biosimilars, payers use BIA to support decision-making at national, regional, and local levels. Moreover, reimbursement authorities increasingly require these models as part of a formulary listing request or reimbursement submission. I want to highlight that we have used in the study BIA analysis because we want to assess the likely financial impact of the product before implement it. And in our case, the likely financial impact of using adalimumab-aacf instead of adalimumab-adaz in the reimbursement cost. Materials and methods. This is a budget impact analysis and cost calculator model in Microsoft Excel based on FDSKSH date for the period between January 1 and December 31, 2023. In this study, we proposed conducting a scenario analysis to demonstrate the economic impact of the availability of the biosimilar adalimumab-aacf compared to adalimumab-adaz in terms of cost savings. The data about adalimumab biosimilars, such as the number of current and new autoimmune patients and the consumption, were retrieved from the website of FDSKSH. The reimbursement cost was calculated at list price for 2023. We will take into consideration only the reimbursement cost of adalimumab because other costs, such as administration cost, cost of laboratory examination, monitoring cost, and other medical costs will not be affected during this scenario analysis. Results of the study. The findings of this study are important, especially for small countries like Albania, who have limited healthcare budget. Also important to understand how drug cost often influences patient access to one drug class over the other. Must be established a balance between the efficacy of these drugs, the patient's financial ability to assess them, the high cost of drugs on the poor majority of patients, those who cannot afford them. In this study, we have some results. First, adalimumab biosimilars accounted for approximately 25% of biologic drugs prescription in 2023 in Albania. And after we calculated the reimbursement cost of biologic drugs for autoimmune diseases, we noticed that of that cost, 15.21% accounted for treatment with adalimumab biosimilars. Adalimumab-aacf was available at a 15.82% lower price than adalimumab-adaz. Analyses indicated that the replacement of the biosimilar adalimumab-adaz with the biosimilar adalimumab-aacf, which is with the one with the lower price, could result in cost savings with a considerable value, and the reimbursement cost of biologic drugs for autoimmune diseases could have been 3% lower. So with this potential cost savings, 2 more patients could have had access to biologic drugs in 2023. In this table, we have collected information about the 2 types of adalimumab biosimilars, the first adalimumab-aacf is approved by FDA in 2022 and the other in 2018. and we have collected information about the consumption, about the reimbursement cost, about the number of prescriptions, and the number of patients. The number of patients treated with adalimumab-aacf is higher than those treated with adalimumab-adaz. We have taken into consideration the adalimumab biosimilars due to two factors. First, adalimumab biosimilars will account for approximately 25% of biologic drug prescription in 2023 in Albania. Second, during 2023 in Albania, for adalimumab and infliximab, another biologic drug, there was consumption of different reimbursement alternatives. In this way, we can estimate the economic impact of substituting expensive adalimumab with cheaper alternatives. We have in our study estimate the reimbursement cost of biological drugs. Also, we have estimated the reimbursement cost for adalimumab-adaz, and of the total cost of biological drugs, 15.21% accounted for treatment with adalimumab biosimilars. Therefore, a possible reduction in their cost will be accompanied by a reduction in the reimbursement cost. So, our aim is to estimate cost savings. So, to estimate cost savings, we compared the prices of adalimumab-adaz and adalimumab-aacf. To enable the comparison of the results, all prices were converted to 2023 euros. The price of adalimumab-aacf was 15.82% lower. So, we have estimated the cost based on the real data, but the fact that the biosimilar adalimumab-aacf has a lower price support the idea that all the patients treated with adalimumab-adaz can switch to adalimumab-aacf. We will develop the scenario of total replacement of adalimumab-adaz with adalimumab-aacf, and the value of cost saving is 968,138. All is the currency in the Albanian country. The reimbursement cost of biological drugs for autoimmune disease could have been 3% lower. So if we calculated the reimbursement cost after replacement and before the replacement, it will result 3% lower. Important for our study is also to estimate the annual cost per patient for treatment with adalimumab-aacf. So in the table, we have accumulated information about the strength of this biosimilar, about the dosage form, the price, the recommended dose, the average daily drug cost. So we have finally calculated the annual drug cost. And if we consider the value of cost saving calculated as mentioned before, and the annual cost per patients, it will result that 2 more patients could have had access to biological drugs in 2023. So, This was the result of our study. We have these cost savings based on the replacement of one biosimilar instead of the other one. Limitations. We focused on only one biologic, adalimumab, and the study period was relatively short. So assessing the potential impact of our findings on other biosimilars may be limited. Also, the number of patients who receive treatment with adalimumab biosimilars in Albania is small. As the use of biologicals increase, future studies with larger patients samples will provide more valid and interpretable data. The use of biosimilars seems to economically attractive, probably due to cost savings and additional patients treatment. However, there is a low availability of BIAs for biosimilars, while budget impact is being considered an important area driving the market access of these products. Although more research is needed, our evidence supports the case that biosimilars represent a great opportunity to rationalizing pharmaceutical spending, but the full potential of biosimilar saving has not been achieved yet in Albania. The results of this BIA should be interpreted with these limitations in mind. Conclusion. Drug budget impact analysis tries to evaluate whether and how profitable the biosimilar availability will be for the healthcare institution who covered the reimbursement cost, the FDSKSH, in terms of cost savings. The drug budget impact analysis estimated that the availability of adalimumab-aacf would be more profitable in terms of cost savings compared to adalimumab-adaz, would lead to cost saving with a considerable value. This scenario will be associated with considerable cost savings to the health system that could result in increased treatment access for patients. More patients could be treated with a biologic by managing financial resources more efficiently. This is the first study carried out which analyzes the savings derived from both the uptake of biosimilar products and the downward effect in price. In any case, any pharmaceutical policy to be adopted should not only analyze its expected impact in the short term, but also in the medium and long term to promote healthy competition in the market for biologic pharmaceutical products. Thank you.